Leo, welcome to your reading. So I'm going to start here with your current energy and just see what is happening in your world. And your past. What else do you need to know? What else is influencing this? And your potential outcome? So Leo, at the bottom of the deck, I am getting the Two of Pentacles. So the Two of Pentacles is priorities and it's balancing everything. And so there's something that is taking place here because I'm getting, it might be a little bit difficult to prioritize what needs to be prioritized or find that right level of balance in your daily life. When I look at where you are right now, I'm getting the Six of Cups. It's a card of nostalgia. So there's a lot of happiness connected to this card. But then I get the Four of Pentacles with it. And so it feels like trying to ground yourself in what happiness looks like for you. Really solidify your foundation when it comes to being happy, experiencing happiness. I'm getting the sense here that in the past, there was something that happened and it sent you down like a dark path with a lot of negative energy. But now you're kind of in this place of trying to recapture the happiness from before that dark path, and really bring that into your life. Allow that to really flourish inside of you. And this is something that once you have it again, you're not going to let yourself be kind of taken out of that energy. That Four of Pentacles indicates that you're building a very solid foundation. Nobody's going to be able to remove anything here, meaning that nobody's going to be able to penetrate your happiness, get you into that negative space again. You're not interested. You won't let anybody near it. In what you need to focus on, I'm getting the Chariot here. So Cancer energy. There's a lot of success that is happening here. So part of the happiness and recapturing that happiness is reminding yourself of everything that you've overcome. You have a lot of accomplishments underneath your belt. And so it's about reminding yourself of just, even in your darkest days, you've been able to snap out of it. And so tap into that energy as you're kind of solidifying this foundation, really refocusing on your happiness here. Remind yourself of what you're capable of doing. Showing up here in the past, I am getting the Five of Pentacles, and I'm definitely getting that lack mentality. There was something here in the past that did not go the way that you wanted it to go. And it left you feeling like either you weren't worthy, you weren't good enough in some sort of way. I'm getting the sense that this kind of creeps back in from time to time, where this negative energy just becomes front and center. And what you're doing right now is really working to make sure that that doesn't happen, or at least minimize it when it does, so that you can kind of get out of it quickly. Sitting here in your strength position is the Nine of Swords. Now, this one's interesting because what I'm getting with the stress, the anxiety, the fear is where it's coming from. What is the root cause of this stress and anxiety? There's something about identifying its origin so that you can really figure out what you need to do to repair it and not allow this to really seep into your kind of current state, especially as you're trying to focus on your happiness here. In your near future, I am getting the High Priestess. So the High Priestess, a very intuitive energy. And so this is you aligning with your spiritual path. This is you trusting yourself, your instincts, having that emotional balance. So everything that you're doing right now in your present, keep doing it, because it's actually raising your vibration. It's allowing you to really just be more you, experience more happiness in your life, all of these things that you really want for yourself. When I look at these external influences here, so how the universe is shaping the situation, I'm getting the Ten of Wands. And so this is the end of a burdensome cycle. All of the work that you're doing, you are going to be done with that. The 10 indicates that it's actually a closed chapter. So as far as the heavy lifting goes, it's already done. And what I'm getting here is the Emperor with the Two of Swords. And so there's going to be a point in time where you're easily going to be able to make decisions. That Two of Swords does indicate standing at a crossroads, knowing that you need to make a choice. What path are you going to choose? What exactly are you trying to accomplish? But right now, what you're focused on is essentially rebuilding your confidence. And it's showing up as that Emperor energy, that Aries energy. And so the Emperor says, I know who I am. I know what I want. I'm not going to let anybody stop me. It's a my way or the highway energy. And once you step into your power, this is where nobody is going to be able to infiltrate and kind of diminish you. They're not going to be able to strip away any of the happiness that you're creating for yourself, because you're creating it for yourself. It's all starting within you, and nobody can take that away. Not without your permission. And so sitting here in your hopes or fears, I do have the Page of Pentacles. I do love this. You're planning for long-term success, long-term opportunities. You're really focused on the future and all the possibilities. Five of Swords is showing up in your potential outcome here. And so we have a 5 at the past and we have a 5 in the future energy. So things are shifting. This is a resolution. So overcoming some sort of conflict, challenge. I'm getting this is internal to you. It's kind of resolving that piece of you that says I'm not worthy versus the piece that says, but look at everything that I've accomplished. Look at everything that I'm capable of doing. It's kind of almost a push-pull. And where I see you coming out is with the Chariot, focused here on the success of everything that you've done and what you're capable of doing here. So let's get more details. Tell me about the Six of Cups with the Four of Pentacles. The Moon. So this is all about your emotions. The Six of Cups and the Four of Pentacles indicates here, this is exactly what you're doing. You're doing it behind closed doors. You're not letting anybody in as to you recapturing your happiness or creating this emotional stability, because it's not really up to other people. This is something that you need to do for yourself. Tell me about the Chariot. Queen of Swords. And so the Queen of Swords, male or female, is just the energy of the card. But the Queen of Swords energy with the Chariot indicates here that you're very clear on what you're capable of doing. It's based on all of these accomplishments that you've already done. Like, these are things where you came out on top. You were victorious. You won. And so keep reminding yourself, you're very clear on that. You're very clear on what you've done. You're not sugarcoating any of it. You're not shortchanging yourself on any of this here. When it comes to your accomplishments, just keep leaning into those. Keep focusing on those. Tell me about the Five of Pentacles. Eight of Cups. Yeah, you're moving away from the lack mentality, thinking that you're not enough or you're not capable of achieving whatever you set out to achieve, because the Chariot indicates otherwise, that you've already done so much. So it's not about shortchanging yourself anymore. You're recognizing that, you're focused on the more positive aspects and leaning into that energy more, creating that as your foundation. Tell me about this Nine of Swords. Why is the Nine of Swords here? Two of Pentacles. So the Two of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck is now showing up here as well. And so that Nine of Swords and the Two of Pentacles does indicate that you're figuring things out. You're kind of balancing the light and the dark here, the negative with the positive, and identifying what really is going to be in your best interest. Where do you need to put your energy and focus so that you can make those kind of solid decisions for yourself? With the High Priestess, I am getting the Eight of Swords and the Three of Wands. So part of what's taking place here for you is a lot of self-awareness around thinking about things, maybe overthinking situations, and not really letting your heart have any say in whatever it is that you're doing. This is coming across as really refocusing your attention on your heart space, your emotional space, and allowing that to be the deciding factor in all of the choices and the decisions that you make. Because clarifying that High Priestess here, I have the Eight of Swords. It's that self-imposed prison of the mind. So overthinking. Three of Wands, you were doing that for way too long. It was elongating the time necessary for you to make any kind of clear choice. And it may not be something that felt like it was in your best interest at the end. And so there's this need to get out of your head. Your mind has a place, absolutely, when it comes to making decisions. It needs to be based on whatever information is available. But then there's this level of trusting your instincts at the same time. And it feels like that second piece, the trusting your instincts, has not been front and center, but you're working to put it there again. You're working to focus on your emotions and balancing things out so that you're not just purely acting from this Queen of Swords place, that just fact only place. Clarifying the 10 of Wands, I have the Knight of Wands. So definitely moving on from all the burdens, all the responsibilities, all the work. This feels like it is connected to that very heavy mental decision chapter where in the end, it wasn't getting you what you wanted anyway. So why are you putting all that effort into it? Allow yourself, allow your kind of just whole person to make the decision. Let your head and heart be aligned as you move forward. It's going to open it up. It's going to reduce a lot of these burdens and the responsibilities. You won't feel like you're carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders. Tell me about the Emperor with the Two of Swords. Knight of Swords. So that very fast moving energy. I love the knights. So both knights that are out here are very quick moving knights. And so the Emperor and the Two of Swords says that you're going to stand tall in your own power, know what you're capable of doing, and say, that's it. This is the path that I'm going to go down. And then you just go. It's not, you're not going to second guess yourself. You're just really kind of stepping into your own confidence. When you get your head and heart in alignment like that, it just, the confidence of the decisions becomes so easy because you're not going to second guess yourself at all. What would you second guess yourself with? There would be nothing left. All of the decisions come from your head and your heart. With the Page of Pentacles here, I'm getting Temperance energy. So this is emotional balance. As you move forward, as you kind of look to the future and the opportunities that are available to you, you want to act from a place of emotional balance. And that's really the work that you've been doing. I was picking that up without actually seeing it in the cards, and now it's showing up here. So tell me about that Five of Swords, because it feels like you are resolving that inner conflict between your head and your heart. Two of Wands, it's about seeing the potential in a situation. It's about you focused on the future allows your head and heart to come into alignment. This is where I'm getting a lot of that Two of Pentacles energy as well, where you're able to prioritize what really matters. It's because you can see the potential. And it becomes even more clear when your head and heart are in alignment because you don't have them competing with each other. You don't have your head saying one thing and your heart saying another, and you're just not sure what to do, what's going to be in your best interest. This feels like full alignment here. So Leo, this is your reading. I hope it resonates. If it did, please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Take care.